Take a look and see what's happening in the Eastern Cape, where villagers have received the emergency tanks promised by national government. But those tanks are empty. Residents say the first and last they held water was when they were delivered. In addition, the tanks in Bizana and in Ntabankulu in the Alfred Nzo district and are also incorrectly installed. Dason Thathia brings you this story.
Kandelelo basiye emlanjeni okokuqala umlambo wethu ulapha ukude sihamba i-hour yonke 30 minutes ukuya 30 minutes kubuya kube khona lowa ukwela cala nawo ukude kwenye ixesha sinokufika kukhona inkomo ibhokhwe singakwazi nokukho amanzi emancinci sithi sesifikile siyakha amanzi ayaphela kube khona bangazukwazi ukuphatha ubuya namanzi. Kunzima kakhulu sisi kuthi ngoba kaloku sasithi xa kufika le tanki sinethemba loba asophinde siye emlanjeni isenza inhliziyo ezibhlungu ngoba sidlula apha ngakuyo siyibona akho manzi. Itanki isanda kufakwa sisi apha ku-April if andiqoki le tanki le oko yayifakiwe isafakwe kwakanye amanzi aphela futhi kwangela xesha isanda kufakwa akabikho manzi esiphinde esiwafumanayo.
As part of government's COVID-19 disaster response, the emergency provision of water was rolled out in rural areas. About 18,000 of the planned 19,000 tanks have been delivered nationally. While that may look great on paper, here in the Alfred Nzo district, there's a different reality. On our first day here, we found a team inspecting the tanks while we were meeting with residents nearby.
What we basically do now, we do the stands as we're instructed by the spec.
Yeah.
And then we just, when there's a tank, we put the tank there and then we put the wire. So the people who are responsible for bringing the tanks.
Yes.
Another person.
So
if it's leaking, it's not my responsibility.
So
you see.
This is where your responsibility stops.
This is here, and then when the tank is here, I just put it here.
According to government specifications, these tanks should be mounted on blocks or steel frames, but most look as shoddy as this. The Amatola Water Board will have its hands full trying to fix these problems, but it also has serious ones of its own. Its CEO is suspended and the Water and Sanitation Minister has placed the entity under legal administration. The apparent lack of urgency to provide much-needed water during a pandemic is frustrating the local Nkosi.
Abantu bezohlamba qho in 20 minutes time sithi le umcimbi engathi safuna urhulumente asincedise.
He's been receiving complaints from villagers in both Mbazana and neighboring Ntabankulu.
Okay. Yeah, since the tank came here.
In Buguveni, this tank can't be used. In fact, it never could.
Le tanki sisifikile but ayisebenzi ine crack enkulu apha ezantsi ifikile ne truck yakwamasipala izothela amanzi kulapho sibone khona ba inengxaki achitheka wonke amanzi.
The Water and Sanitation Department says more than 400 tanks have already been installed in the district, and those will be serviced by 10 water trucks. In some cases, one tank has to cater for 2,000 to 3,000 people in a single village. The district mayor says he knows this is not ideal, but his cash-strapped municipality has long been facing infrastructure backlogs.
We were given these tanks by the minister, and then we distributed accordingly. We reported the slow pace of installing those tanks in the various areas. And then, because the procurement processes were not within our prerogative, we just reported because they were managed by Amatola Water Board. Then the Water Board told us that they will come with the possible solutions to fast-track those.
The mayor says it's the community's responsibility to tell the municipality when they've run out of water. Mehlo Makhulu has ambitiously committed to solving the emergency tank problem in the next week.
Even if the Amatola is not moving very well, we are going to take it over us and then make sure that those people get tanks, they've got those water tanks, and then we cut water as the district, because we are a water service authority and a water service institution. So we have got powers to deal with water. So as we have our schemes not in place, some of them, we are finishing them. And then the problem of water will be a history in Alfredo.
And that's the only history some have known until now.
Ngicela amanzi badaba ngamanzi into esiwafunayo into engekhoyo apha ngamanzi esihluphekelayo.
Desan Thathia in Mbizana in the Eastern Cape.